fantastic place. When you're coming here for just normal tourism, it's great. But when you're coming here for something like a storytelling festival, it's even better. Because it's bringing lots of different cultures, lots of different people, lots of different experiences together in a way where you can share and celebrate. And I think that's really great. It's always going to be there, and there's always going to be people who want to tell stories and share stories, and there's always going to be an audience that's ready to listen to it. I think it gets interesting when you try to tell stories that may surprise people or reach people in an emotional way, that when they walk away, they carry it with them for a really long time. And I think those are the stories that are very interesting. So I think now more than ever, it's a great thing to be able to use the tools in a globalized world and a globalized technological society where you can share stories with people instantaneously. With storytelling, you're able to get like a lens into the history of a place, of a country, an understanding of what that country's about. And what's so interesting about a place like Georgia is that there is a signified, designated person at a dinner table called the Tamada, who is a storyteller. It's a leader of the stories that divides a meal. So it's in the DNA of a country like this to have stories, and I think Georgia has, in the past 10 years, seen remarkable progress in letting the world know that it's here. And I think that's an exciting thing. Sometimes the goal is not to get millions and millions of people. If your audience is 30,000 people and there's a small, tight-knit community where it's easy to share among 30,000 people, then you just have to make something for them. But if the goal is to get massive reach and to spread the word about important causes and messages that can reach the most amount of people, you really have to think very strategically about what you're going to do to the idea. You have to think very strategically about what you're going to package inside of it so it's very familiar and it relates to people and it resonates with people. That people have a reason to discover it and then share it after they watch it. It could be really exhausting thinking about all the different platforms that pop up, go away. One platform allows you to do hours. Another platform is like 5 seconds only. Another platform is like 11 seconds only. It can get really exhausting with all the different ways to publish. So number one, watch everything else that's out there. And what other causes that have reached lots of people? What can you learn from them? What did they do to do that, right? So then you're probably going to see that what they've done is they have a very good idea, a concept. The number one most important thing in any idea that spreads is that there's some sort of concept involved that people have never seen before. And whether that concept surprises you or makes you feel something or it impresses you, there's still something about the idea that is unique, it's different, it stands out. And then the second thing is, how are you going to execute? There's only two things that matter in a story, a concept and an execution. If you have a great concept, then you need a great execution to carry it out. If you have a great execution without concept, it's like multiplying by zero. You don't get anything for it, right? So execution says a lot about what is the format, like how is a video structured so that in a very fast-paced, no one has time for anything type of world, how can people pay attention to what you're going to watch? How can people get hooked with an understanding of what your idea is before they even watch the video? And then when they watch it, you build out the video in a way where their attention is there. It doesn't mean that you have to have cats everywhere or do really, really silly things. That's not the internet. The internet is full of high quality stories that reach people and retain people's attentions for a very long time. So what are you going to do with that quality? It can feel sometimes like this world is a dark and scary place. You don't want to go online to read headlines. You don't want to read what's in the news. So it's important to be entertained. I believe in that strongly. But at the same time, if there's going to be some dessert on your plate, you have to have some vegetables. It's a civic responsibility for us to still know what's going on in the world and do what we can to help others. Oh, also too, I was going to say, and in 10 years too, we need to be careful because technology is accelerating in a way that's going to really surprise us and possibly scare us. When you think about deep fake technologies where you can write out whatever you want someone to say, and there's going to be artificial intelligence to make the mouth move and then program the voice so it actually sounds like the person. That's pretty scary stuff. So literacy, beyond just being addicted to your phones, literacy of be aware of what possibly can be fake, needs to start at a very early age.